All right, can anybody hear me here? Is anybody even on this channel? I gotta make sure. Hold on.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys, can anybody else hear me? No, I think it has to be a new link.
I can hear
Okay, one sec, guys. I have to send them a new link. So I'm so sorry, guys. I hate OBS so much.
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you too.
Yeah, no, it's an OBS issue. One sec. Let me see if I can go back here and refresh it. Ugh, so annoyed. 2 seconds. Classy, can I get you just to send? Are you still in the chat?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna send you a link. Please send it to everybody. I'm gonna put it in general chat right now in our thing.
All right.
There you go. Oh, I can't send it. Okay, I'm gonna DM it to you. There you go. Can you send it to them?
Yep.
Perfect. Thank you, sir. Oh, is everybody back? Everyone good? Damn, man. I'm so sorry, guys. Everybody can hear me? Everybody hear Robot Pain? Much better? I hope everyone's good now. Everybody can hear me? Yeah. Okay, one sec. I'm going to sign in real quick. Hello. All right. One sec here. Yeah, sorry about that. So what actually happens is OBS kind of glitches once in a while, and that's the program I use. So again, thank you very much for joining, guys. Today's event is actually not about me at all. It's going to actually be about the other content creators that are doing tribes. So what we've done is I've put out a call letter essentially for people to join who are creating content for tribes and other games in our community. Some of these people will be in your alliances, some people will be on your servers, and we want to actually shed the spotlight on these guys a little more. So we're going to go ahead and start off today. I'm going to introduce every single one of them first, and then we'll start one at a time and go through the list, and they're going to talk about their page, their character, what they've done in the community, etc. So the first thing we have is I think it's 7 or 6 content creators. I think it's 6 actually. So we have Classy. A lot of you guys are already aware of who he is. We have Chloe from server 4. We have Dan the Man, and I think that's Daniel YT Nation, and then there's Minato from server 4. We have Beast, who's actually been doing this for a very, very long time and has a lot of content on tribes and other games as well too. And we have Suryansh Plaze, I call him Siri, and he's got his channel just set up for tribes. Some of these guys are going to be, again, some of them will be your age, some of them will be your peers. So what I want to do here, guys, is for you guys to kind of see what they provide you as content creators. And if you're interested, give these guys a sub, give them a like, go check out their videos, and more importantly, just show them support, right? Because these are people who are taking their time to create content for you and trying to grow their channel. And I know how much Tribes is a community-based game over a game of actual action or fun. The community is what makes this game. So I want to help this community grow, and this is kind of the point of the event. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and pass the mic on to the first person that's going to be showcasing their channel and everything else. This man has more roles in Discord and in this community than P. Diddy has had name changes. You guys probably already know who he is. He's the founder of the Team Building School. We're going to be doing a lot of collaborations on his actual team building channel. And he's also one of the co-hosts for the podcast. So Classy, sir, take it away.
Thanks for having me on this event today. Really happy to meet all of you. And of course, I see a lot of familiar faces, and I hope I'm a familiar face to a lot of you as well. So today I'm just going to start off by talking about my history with the game, and then what my channel offers, some information about the things I've done in the Ninja Tribes community, and then also talking about future plans and how I plan to expand my channel and role in the community in the future. So I first started this game basically when it first came out, basically on season 2, which is I think the second banner with Daedra and Sasori, the originals. And I started on server 16. I mainly just picked it because it was the newer one, so it had less people in it. And I'm really glad I did, because I found an alliance there that really drew me into the game, because as Payne said before, the community is really what makes this game so much fun. The game itself, there's a lot of things you can do in the beginning, but as you start powering your account up, you're mainly doing more daily tasks than playing like a full-fledged game. So having a community to do the tasks with, to talk to each other about things every day, really makes this game a great experience. So shout out to the Server 16 Alliance, which is called the Otsutsuki, well, basically named after the clan that Momoshiki and Kaguya are from. And I do think it's a really fitting name because we have a lot of great people in there and a lot of power in the server. Shout out to those guys. That is mainly what I call my free-to-play account in quotes, because it does capture the experience of a free-to-play, but I can't necessarily call myself that anymore because I have spent money on that account, albeit not that much. So that is one perspective I bring. But on server 8, I'm sharing an account with Joel, who was one of the top 3 whales in the entire game across all the servers. So me and him have a good thing going where I kind of have access to a lot more resources and I get a perspective of what a whale's life is like. And he does have a lot of resources to share, and as a result, I can do a lot of cool showcases, test out new ideas I wasn't able to test out before. So that is something I'm grateful for on server 8, and does make my experience a lot better as I'm able to explore some of my ideas that I'm never able to do in the past. And
on server 8, we have a great alliance as well called Kagate, and the leader is Nurit, who is the other podcast host. So if you guys watch the podcast, you'll be able to meet him as well. He's a really nice guy and has a lot of good humor. So besides that, I can move on into showcasing some Discord servers, because Discord really is a big part of the Ninja Tribe's experience. And I first started off in the main Discord, so where we are right now doing the collaboration. And in the main Discord server, the channel that really drew me was the team building channel, where basically any player can just post their roster and they can get help from the other team builders. So back when I was a relatively inexperienced player, the older team builders really did help me, and that influenced me to pursue this kind of job myself. So eventually I did become one of the main team builders. And the thing is, in the main chord, there'll be generations of team builders as older ones retire. So I did have a few months where it was mainly me doing a lot of the work, and that really helped me make a lot of connections with people in the server. So after making those connections, I was able to move on and become a main chord mod. So I have experience managing the server, really getting to know the tribe's community, like really deep down from its original founding, getting to know a lot of the leaders and the founders of the community. So I also bring that experience as well. Now, after I've moved on from those roles, I was able to found my own team building guide, which is probably the biggest project I've ever done. It's a huge collaboration. It took a few weeks. It has 22 pages, has a lot of people who I handpicked to help me write this extensive guide. I still think it's relevant today, even though it hasn't been updated in a while, but it really captures everything that I like about the game, everything in team building that I enjoy discussing and talking about. So it really is a prideful piece of work for me. And there's, obviously a video version, which is the most popular video ever on my channel. So shout out to everybody who helped me write this as well.
Yep.
What did you say, Payne?
No, I said rightfully so, and it deserves to be.
Oh yeah.
It deserves a lot of credit for what you've done. I know I was part of that collaboration with you on helping out here and there, but majority of the work was definitely done by you. So kudos to you for being, number one, a student, and a good one at that, and also using your abilities and time to help out the community rather than just focusing on your personal life. So big shout out to you on that.
Yeah, it really is an interesting experience in tribes where you start off as a student, of course, when you're a newer player, but you can become a teacher as well. In a relatively short period of time, you get a lot of new perspectives and you get to meet a lot of people. That really keeps me inside this game. And yeah, so after I made this guide, eventually I did become a teacher. There are a lot of people who kind of wanted me to teach them. And I saw the main core was indeed missing team builders. So I kind of handpicked some students to become the next generation. And together we led to the creation of the team building school. So nowadays, the original students that I had are now the teachers of the school. We have a lot of people who are new. I don't even fully know some of these people before they join. So I'm getting to meet a lot of new people myself. And this is really a good Discord server because we're non-toxic. We're only talking about academic related stuff, like academic knowledge from tribes. So really, it's a really great experience. And it brings a different perspective to the game as well, mainly focusing on the nitty gritty of all of the statistics and strategies you can do. Really does feel like a real school. And I feel like having that kind of experience is helpful as well in comparison to some other parts of the game.
So can we talk about that for a sec, Classy, real quick, just about your channel,
sure.
just because I know it's a big thing. How does, just in case anybody ever wants to join, because I got a lot of people who always ask me, how can I join the team building school? Can you give us just a quick breakdown of what the process is of becoming a student of that school and then eventually becoming a team builder, and just give us a quick overview, a high-level overview of what exactly is involved in that.
Yeah, so we're currently preparing for some kind of expansion as we're getting more exposure, this does become more popular, but there really isn't any sort of application process. But we do expect people to be excited and passionate about learning about the game. It's not based on how much knowledge you have. And the school really, it is based off of a real school setting where there's homework and assessments, but these assignments are based off of building teams in ninja tribes. It's not like doing math or English. So it is supposed to be fun. You don't have to do everything. It's pretty much optional. It's for your own benefit, and we can track your progress by giving roles based off of the roles in Naruto and how they have their own school as well. So it's pretty cool. And eventually, as you move up, you'll have more roles, and you'll basically be able to make a name for yourself in the main core, just like I did when I first started. And a lot of the people in the school are the main helpers nowadays. I don't really help myself, but it is really nice to see these people taking the job from me when I first did it. So yeah, it really is a passionate project that I have, and I do want to shout out everybody that has joined and people who are helping me run the school. And I guess if you want to learn more about it, we should be having a collab, like a much more detailed collab soon. So obviously this is not just me. We have a lot of other great content creators. So this is just a quick overview of it.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing that part of the training school. Now about your channel, just because we're talking about content creating, obviously, and thank you for giving us your history. So we talked about your team building video being your most popular one. Let's kind of break it down a little bit. You just released a video currently with KCM Naruto being the new meta. So talk about what that video was about. What people should expect if they want to go and watch it now, for example, and what kind of breakdown you do of the character.
Yeah, so a lot of people do character breakdowns. Tribes is not necessarily a game that allows for too much creativity. Let's say Minecraft, you can do all sorts of stuff, but Tribes, you kind of have to follow a lot of the guidelines of what the game releases within each update. So what I'm trying to do is provide a lot of detail into each video that I put. And as you can tell, my video lengths are actually getting longer because I'm really trying to provide almost like an educational video, like if you watch Khan Academy or something like that, where you're trying to learn about everything about one unit. I really am trying to shift more towards that. And my showcases are basically extensive reviews of everything about the unit, including the links, the arts, stats, kit, and also we'll be watching through an arena battle play by play. I pause the arena battle in the middle of the frame so you guys can see all the text being shown, and I'm trying to explain everything as much as I can. And yeah, there are a lot of keywords in this game, and Bandai doesn't really provide like a full glossary of everything. So I feel like having a sort of detailed view on each unit will help players learn in general. That's what I'm trying to do mostly. And besides that, most of my other content is like some strategy related things. So I have a lot of cool team building ideas. I try to share those as much as possible. So that's why I'm talking about a new meta, because I feel like there are different PvP strategies nowadays, and not really a good way to gauge what is being used, what isn't. So trying to provide a perspective on that and what you should try out when you're playing PvP. And obviously the podcast that we have is a really fun podcast, and I think that's a really unique piece of content that provides like a general overview of what's happening every few weeks in Tribes. So that's like my main content.
Okay. And is there anybody, besides obviously the podcast, is there anybody that you've collabed with in the past that you want to kind of give a shout out to, or anything, any other collaborations you're looking forward to in the future, and kind of what is the goal of your channel? Like, are you looking to expand it, and do more content for other games outside of Tribes, or how's the growth looking for you?
I've been dabbling a little bit in other content because I do happen to play some other games when I'm done with all my daily Tribe stuff. So I do try to edit some of those clips. But as for collabs, I've done collabs with a lot of the main figures in the community, including you, of course, but people who provide clips for me for my showcases, I really try to highlight other players instead of just myself talking. So for example, Minato, who is obviously like one of the main team building resources, and he knows a lot about the game as well. So I did a collab with him before. I've done one with Nick Knock, who is kind of like a hidden gem team builder from Server 8, and he actually knows a ton about the game as well. So I'm really trying to highlight different people from the community that you may not know about, or that you may know about already.
Absolutely. And honestly, that's kind of what we're all about, right? With this community is giving other people credit where credit is due. So thank you for doing that. Okay, is there anything else you want to cover on your channel or in the game at all? How do you feel about being a content creator on Tribes?
Yeah, so I'm not really gonna do any sort of account showcase or anything, because you can pretty much see that whenever I'm doing like a showcase on one of my accounts, you can pretty much see all my units there already. But as for being a content creator in Tribes, I feel like it's a really chill environment, because this game is not necessarily one of the mainstream games that people make YouTube videos about every second, and having a nice compact community as well really does allow you to branch out and kind of root yourself within the community instead of just trying to reach a bunch of people you've never talked to before. So that is a different perspective on making YouTube content that other YouTubers might not have, but I get to have as a Tribes creator, content creator.
Tribes creator is pretty accurate until you branch out. that works as well.
Yeah. Yeah. And I guess we've already talked about this a little bit, but I am trying to expand my channel in the future, starting from today's collab, of course, trying to get some more exposure, and trying to expand to other variety depending on what people like. I used to play a lot of other strategy games as well, so maybe I'll take a look back into those games, and really trying to improve my editing and aesthetic related skills, because YouTube is still a learning experience. It's not just for fun. You can learn a lot by doing content creation. So taking the opportunity to improve myself through this process. And I guess the last thing I want to talk about is like my specialties and kind of what can you expect from me. So mainly, I'd say I have pretty good knowledge in team building and anything related to strategy and ninja tribes for any sorts of game modes. I'm pretty much like a resident team builder for my own alliance and some other communities as well. When they ask for my help, I have a lot of people who DM me every day about stuff like this. So I would say I have like pretty decent credibility within the community, and any sorts of advice as well for the game or even outside of the game. I like to share advice about being a high school student, applying to college, stuff like that. And of course, the game is about rainbow frames sometimes. And I say I have a pretty good experience with getting rainbow frames, like a pretty high success rate. I know all the tips and tricks and like psychology of how to out strategize your opponents when you're getting frames. It kind of sounds a little elaborate, but it really does matter for some people. So, that is one of my specialties. And I guess the last thing is I have a lot of connections in the community. I know a lot of people, both old and new players. So we're trying to get integrated into the community, meet some new people. I can definitely help out with that.
Yeah, and I hear you do taxes as well too. So
taxes?
Yeah, taxes.
Oh well, I pay taxes to Bandai when I'm spending on banners, I guess. Yeah, that's like pretty much all I have to talk about for my channel introduction. If you want to talk to me, I'll probably be in the chat, or you can like find me on Discord. I have my Discord information really public, so I really am trying to talk to new people.
Yeah, and I'm hoping that a lot of you guys that are listening right now, obviously a lot of you know Classy, a lot of you are complimenting his work and the fact that he's helped a lot of you guys in the past. So this is kind of the purpose, give and take relationship that we have in Tribes community is, he's given a lot of his time and efforts into helping you guys out, and obviously he's a really good channel going already. He's been working at it very hard. So do yourselves a favor, guys. It's in the link description. Jump onto Classy's channel, give him a sub, give him some likes on his videos, and join me into getting him up there in the Tribes community as a content creator, because he does have a lot of knowledge, and that's something we're obviously lacking. As he mentioned, Bandai not giving us a lot of information in the game. We're all banding together, and Classy, I can tell you right now, is part of almost every collaboration internally that I do. So he's a big name in NxB, the community especially, and also a big part of my go-to for any type of testing, any type of knowledge transfer. We always communicate all the time on a daily basis, so definitely give him a shout out, guys. Go into his channel, give him a sub, more importantly, and help his channel grow. That's how you're going to repay him more than anything else.
Yeah, well, thanks for having me on. And I forgot to mention this, but if you like this website, I really appreciate you giving me reviews on this, because I was trying to learn how to program websites before this, so it was a new experience doing this for team building purposes, of course.
And honestly, if you need to, Classy, send me the link to that again, and I'll actually post it in the description so people can check it out. And this is another great tool that we have with the database, so you guys can always jump on this. I don't think the database has something like this, so maybe we can even amalgamate the two. But for now, this is available because Classy worked hard to make it for you guys. So I will definitely put it in the description for you. Check it out at the end of the video, and you guys can actually set up your teams and build it around what he has programmed and scripted in here. All right, Classy, thank you so much, sir, for sticking around. Stay here because, again, we're going to have maybe some questions at the end for you. But, guys, thank you for listening to Classy. Next up, we have the infamous Cloe, who a lot of you guys are now learning about only because she is, I think, and I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure the only female content creator on Tribes community. Period. I've had a lot of interaction with the females of Tribes, but none of them actually are doing content. So Cloe, thank you for taking the time out of your day to be here and talk to some of these guys. And again, same thing, guys. Give her a sub, jump onto her channel. It's in the description. Show her some love. She just started and she's killing it already. And also don't try to, don't worry about the amount of content she has on her channel now. She just began. What is it? Maybe 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, if even that. Has it been that long? Chloe? Oh, I don't know if her mic is working again.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, there we go.
Does
That's
it
okay.
work?
That's okay. We don't have to be on your channel. So just give us a little shout, give us a little thing about yourself. Talk about what you bring to the table as a content creator, and we'll go to your channel after when I can show everybody what your videos are.
Okay, so hi, I am Chloe. If you have not met me before, I try to stay pretty active in the community, try to talk to everyone and introduce myself. But yes, I am very honored to be, as far as anyone else knows, the first female content creator for Tribes. So that is, kind of setting the mood. I'm wanting to set the mood for the other girls out there that are kind of in hiding and not really wanting to come out and make content. Um, but that it's kind of a lot of pressure with me first starting, but I am trying the best I can to balance everything, and I'm really just trying to inspire the other girls to go out there and make content. I think that it will be great for the community. So yeah.
Absolutely, and I think it's a courageous thing for anyone who is considered quote unquote a gender minority in a a room full of men to want to jump
Yes.
in, and especially jump in and voice your own opinions on things and share the knowledge that you have. And I can be said. Remember, guys, the link is below on her channel. Chloe is a serious player. She's a leader in her community, very knowledgeable. And can you talk about a little bit about that? Can you talk about your journey into Tribes and how you got into your server, and how you were convinced to eventually become a leader of that server and now become a content creator? While you do that, Chloe, I apologize. I got to run upstairs for 2 seconds, but go ahead and do your thing. I'll be right back.
All right, so basically, I fell in love with the Naruto series. It is my favorite show. I'm obsessed with it. I love it so much. So I saw that, there were a lot of PS4 games about Naruto, like Shinobi Striker and, whatever else. Nothing I can really think of off the top of my head. I'm sure I know the names, but anyways, so I wanted to see if there was anything that I could play on my phone. So I found Tribes, and I was like, okay, let me try it out, and oh my gosh, I got hooked. So I thought it was super fun getting to get all these different characters, and obviously you can't get them all, but it's very thrilling to be able to go on a summon and summon on a banner and get one of your favorite characters. For instance, the Tigara and Kid Kashi banner, I believe, or Donzo. Was it Donzo? Yes, it was Donzo. That summon was very cool because I got Gaara, and he is my favorite character. If you know me, I love Gaara. I'm a simp for Gaara. So, I came into server 4. That's where I started. I have no idea why I started at server 4. I don't know why it was open. It's one of the very first servers of the game, and I started only 5 or 6 months ago. So it was kind of lucky for me to get into server 4 in a way. So I started. I got into an alliance, and there wasn't a whole lot of communication, so I decided to apply for the alliance that is in second place. So if y'all know about Server 4, you know about Syndicate, and they were the first alliance to really, I think they were the first alliance to clear ATB. So I applied.
So we've heard.
Do what?
Times. As I said, we've heard many times. Yes. Shout out to them. They are a really good alliance. For sure.
You salty?
Yeah, no, not at all.
A little bit.
Little bit.
Anyways, so I saw that Evil Kages, which is more well known as EK, they were in second place. So I wanted to go ahead and apply for them because I was pretty low in power, and I felt like I was not going to get accepted into the #1 alliance. Fair enough, but I applied to Evil Kages, and I was, I think, 200k in power, and Wrangle giving you a shout out here, Rangel, love him. He took me in when I was so low in power, and everyone else in that alliance welcomed me with open arms. And they really inspired me to help out a little bit more. I saw how, DJ, AJ, Nikki, they would help everyone. With their teams, with who they were building, and I paid attention, and I kind of try to build up my own knowledge as a player. And I am now seeing that people in Discord will specifically tag me, and it actually makes me so happy when people tag me and specifically ask me for help. It makes me very proud that someone would come to me and ask me specifically. And I just adore them. I would never leave them. They are great. So from getting into Evil Kages to really building up this big family that we have in Server 4, we started talking a lot on Discord. And I was like, oh, are you like from Server 4? Because, we would be in main core talking, and I would meet a lot of people, and it was really cool. So I met enough people, and eventually we talked to Minato, and we decided to make a Server 4 Discord, which I moderate now. And I love it. I know so many people, and they are my biggest supporters. I love all of them. They're great. And so if you're in Server 4, you know who you are. I am so grateful for you, and thank you for pushing me to do this and become who I am.
Awesome. That's an awesome story, and I'm glad Server 4 is so. I feel like they almost unanimously chose you to kind of be a content creator, because I don't think we have anybody else besides Minato who does a little bit of content here or there. He's more on the Twitter side. So talk to us about content. What was your biggest challenges coming in? What do you still find challenging? What do you find enjoyable about it? What's been your best video, and what do you want to do with your channel? Obviously, we talked a little bit about encouraging other female players and other people to join and be a content creator. But what does it mean to you to have that kind of impact, and what's kind of the end goal here?
I know how it feels to kind of be an outsider. I am a huge gamer. I've been playing video games since I was walking. I would play with my brother. I've been gaming forever. So I know how it feels to kind of be on the outside looking in. You see all these guys around. There's like not a female in sight. I think that, excuse me, if there are other females that are in our community, I feel like they should have someone positive to look up to, and I want to be that person for them. So with my videos and my content, I am a free-to-play player. So I don't spend any money on the game, which can kind of be a negative thing. I'm not going to be able to get, and all of the content I possibly can out unless I collab with someone from Server 4. But I am kind of sharing my knowledge and my tips, my tricks, and everything else that I've learned from being a free-to-play player in this game. It is hard. I know it's hard, but I feel like I have learned enough to be able to make videos and share what I've learned. So, for instance, a lot of my alliance members were having trouble building their Psy up to their to his 6-star LB2. So what I did was I would always explain it to them, but I was like, you know what? That could be my first video over Psy. Right. How to have different. Were you going to say something?
No, I was saying no. It's a good start for a video, because that's actually one of the biggest things in tribes you need to do is get Psy up.
Yeah, yes, he's great. So I was able to share a lot of the tips that I used, doing extra arena matches, you can farm 5 of his fragments every day using your SR Omni fragments, all of that stuff. If you are, can you hear me?
Yep. Cracking up just a
Okay.
little bit, but still okay.
Yeah, my computer shut off for a second.
Right, no worries.
But so where was I?
Talking about sci-fi.
Oh, okay. Yes. So, if you guys are having trouble with your site, I would encourage you to go watch that video. If you're having trouble as a free-to-play player, I'm going to be trying to make content based on that perspective. So I'm going to be sharing my tips, sharing my tricks, and all that good stuff.
Awesome. And in terms of, so talk about a little bit, like you've got a lot of fans here, obviously. You've got a lot of people from your server who are showing up, people outside of your server who are now like saying, and I've heard things like people can fall asleep to your voice and stuff. So is this your natural speaking voice? Do you have a radio voice where you can just jump in and kind of alter? Okay, so this is your natural speaking voice. Okay, perfect. Now, is there any shout outs you want to give? Is there any big collaborations you're looking forward to or that you want to have in the future? Do you have an upcoming video that you want to talk about that people should look forward to?
So I am actually about to upload a summons video. I know it's kind of late, but I have one of my Alliance members, James. He actually was nice enough to record his summons for me. He spends money on the game, so he has a lot better summons than I do. I was only able to do 1 multi, while James was able to do like 5 or 6. And get both units, which was pretty lucky of him. So I'm going to be coming out with that hopefully by tonight. I'm going to be doing also my free daily ×10 summons. I'm going to be putting that in with it. And I also have a new intro that Karma made for me. So shout out to Karma. And also, shout out to MRN for making my amazing logo. I am so lucky to have met them. And so thank you very much. And for shout outs, there are way too many people on server 4 that I could shout out. I mean, I already said, Wrangle took me in at such a low power, but also I have so many friends. So many. I can't name them all, because if I name them all, I'm going to leave some out. But literally everyone in server 4. Shout out to you.
Awesome. Very noble of you. So shout out to server 4. You guys are getting a lot of love today. It looks like a lot of people from server 4. And yeah, Chloe, I mean, great job. Kudos to you for taking this big step in becoming a content creator. It's challenging. It's a lot of work. It's a huge grind, and I know you're also a student and you work, so you're just like Classy. You're putting in a lot of effort into giving back to this community, so we appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
No problem. All right, so everybody, that's Chloe. Check out her channel. It's on the description as well. Show her some love. She's going to be coming out with some great content. She already has some really good content out, so really helpful for new players. Veterans, if you guys want to support a female in the Tribes community who's doing content, and I think, again, the only one that might be doing it, I highly recommend you guys go ahead and do that. Jump into her channel, give her some sub and some likes. And Chloe, thank you again for being on here. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having me.
No problem. All right, guys, so next up we're going to go, it's supposed to be Dan the Man, but I'm actually going to put him last because he just joined a little later, and the other guys have their thing. So, Dan, we're going to hold off on you. Keep it live, though. The next up is going to Minato, also from Server 4. So I mentioned there's going to be a couple Server 4 people, and then we have Beast left, and then we have Siri, and then we're going to go to Dan last. So, Minato, I'm going to jump onto your stream real quick, sir. So, yeah, talk about a little bit about what you bring to the table, who you are, talk about your alliance, whatever you want. The floor is yours.
Okay, yeah. First, thank you for having me and giving me the opportunity to promote my channel and to let people know that my channel actually exists.
Well, my pleasure, my pleasure. Thank you for putting the time into being here.
I want to tell you that you were wrong a few minutes ago.
Okay.
Chloe is not the only female content creator out here.
Oh, okay, perfect. Please do tell.
Yeah, because I'm a girl as well.
Oh, you're a girl. Oh, I'm so sorry. I would have never guessed that because of Minato. So Thank you for sharing that. So there you go. We've got 2 females on here. Thank you for clearing that up, Minato. I never assumed genders. My fault for doing that. So thank you for clearing that up.
I'm actually from European, specifically from Germany.
Okay.
And that's why I might have some struggle with language as well. So yeah, might have some struggle there.
Shout out for being in Europe and playing Tribes, because I know that's a struggle, because I believe you used to use VPN. I don't know if you still do right now. Are you still using VPN?
No, because now we can play on mobile without VPN.
Oh, great. Okay.
So I use an emulator now to play it.
Gotcha. So there you guys have it. My apologies. Minato is also a girl, not the character obviously, but the person who's doing the content. So thank you for clearing that up for us and coming forward with that information. I had, again, no idea, and you're in my Discord as well, if I know. So I wish I knew that beforehand. So anybody who's in Europe, this is the kind of thing I'm talking about, where you have a female in Europe who can also connect with you from a language perspective, and your English is actually really well. So please, I apologize for interrupting. Go ahead and talk about your channel.
First, I want to talk about my Tribes history. I came to Tribes because I actually play literally every anime game that is out for animated to watch that I like. So that's just a given that I play the game as well. I play it since day 1 of the browser release. But I took a break after the Itachi and Kisame banner because I didn't pull the character. I wasn't really into the game, and yeah, it wasn't catching me then anymore. I came back for Sage Mode Naruto because he is one of my favorite characters in the show. And from that on, I started power leveling. And I focused a lot more on the game and learned about everything. And also shout out to the Evil Kage Alliance for taking me after my break and raising me, helping me get stronger.
Oh, so you're also part of Evil Kage's, Minato?
No, not anymore. I switched to Syndicate
okay. So you moved
during the last ATB.
Gotcha. So were you part of the clear ATB? Were you part of that whole finishing ATB? Yeah, you were. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right.
And one more thing about my Tribes history I have to mention is that after a whole year of playing, I still haven't pulled a single copy of Your Hokage Naruto.
Oh my god, the UR version? That's crazy.
Yes.
Wow. Well, I hope that changes after this.
I have around 270 frags for him, but I haven't pulled him.
That's crazy. Oh, from the event, I'm assuming, right? From all the gifts?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That's wild. Okay, well, I hope you get him someday.
I hope so too.
So what about? Sorry, if you don't mind me asking. So how was the transition from Evil Kages to Syndicate? Was it something that you were pursuing, or did someone pursue you?
Actually, it was a bit funny because Sinu asked me to join Syndicate, and yeah, then I was talking to the people from Evil Kage that I was gonna switch to Syndicate, okay. And then I was asking Minato if I can join the next day. And actually, Minato said that they don't have an open spot. So, yeah, it was bad communication there.
Okay.
But a few days later, I could join Syndicate then.
Perfect. Glad that worked out then. Perfect timing for the clear of ATV. So, congratulations on doing that. And it looks like nothing but love between Evil Kages and Syndicate anyways in S4. So that works out really well.
Yeah, well, I think Chloe is still hating me a bit for leaving Evil Kage. He was a bit mad about it.
Yeah, she has not mentioned it to me, so I'm going to leave that between you guys. Okay, so talk to us about your channel. So tell us a little bit about what you got going on, what your future plans are, etc.
I will focus more on guides, team building, and content. Okay. If there is new content, hopefully.
Hopefully.
And Yeah, I won't do a lot of summoning videos
Because you're free to
because
play, obviously, right?
not completely free to play.
Okay.
I buy the $8 pack
Gotcha.
once in a while.
Gotcha.
I have only 3 units that I will probably summon for, and that's Kid Minato, Ambu Itachi, and Shisui.
Okay. And can you tell us why Minato? Like, so it kind of threw me off. Again, you're on my server, and I would have never guessed because, you know, Minato is a great character, and I love him as a legend. But why did what attracted you to Minato as a character? Like, why did you decide to use him as your avatar? And what about Minato that you like so much?
Actually, I simp more for Shisui.
Oh, okay. Oh, really? Okay.
But there is a player on server 4 that's called Shisui already.
Right, I know him very well.
And he's stronger than me, so I chose Minato then.
Gotcha. So Minato was your backup.
Yeah.
And you just went with it. All right. No, that's cool. That's cool. And how long have you been doing content creating now?
Only for 2 weeks now.
Oh, 2 weeks now. Okay, and you got 4 videos out already. That's really good. That's really, really good. And are you finding that people who are watching your videos are also European, or are you finding you're kind of crossing to the American side, Canadian side a little bit as well?
I don't really know.
Yeah, no, okay. No, I'm just asking because a lot of people will send comments, obviously, right, in a different language, or they'll say, like Zal did, European people stand up, right, or European players stand up, so things like that. So that's why I was wondering. That's awesome. Good for you, man. Okay, so anything else you want to add? Anything else you want to talk about? Any Discords? Are you part of any big Discords outside of the one? Are you part of the S4 Discord actually? You are, right?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. And is there any other Discords that you are doing yourself? Anything else in the game that you are looking forward to, or anything you're focusing on?
Not really, but I want to mention one page now real quick.
Sure.
And that is Ninja Tribes wiki. It is quite similar to the Ninja Tribes database.
Wow, okay.
And it also has the units in there with jutsus, trade, skills, link bonuses, and tribe specials.
Did you create this?
Yeah, I created it with Minato before anybody knew that the database was a thing.
So this is what he's been talking about. Okay, because he never told me who he was working with or that it was even ready. So we had a chat about this like a couple months ago, actually, that he was saying he's working with somebody to build a wiki. So this is the first time I'm actually seeing this. This is crazy.
It's not quite finished, but it has every unit besides of ours, and yeah.
Wow.
It has every unit yet.
That's really cool. So please let me know, like, when this is done. And I was talking to Patman about this. We would love to have more than one resource, right? So people may find your wiki with Minato's more appealing to the eye, or visually appealing, or easier to navigate. So whenever you guys, if you plan to finish, please let me know, Minato, and I'll 100% promote that on my channel and get people to go check it out as well too.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So anything else you want to talk about at all? Is there anything in game you want to show, or are you pretty satisfied with what you've talked about here?
No, I think I have said everything I want to say.
Perfect. Thank you. And I apologize again. I had no idea. Now I do. So everybody that's watching, that's currently on here, go check out Minato's channel. She's got a lot of content coming up because obviously she's been here for 2 weeks and she's already got enough videos up there. Also check out the wiki. I don't know, Minato, if you want to share that wiki to me and I can post it, but if it's not finished, obviously let me know when you want to put it up and I will. And also, guys, the description for her channel is in the description as well, so go jump on there, give her a sub, give her some likes. European players especially represent here, so thank you again for joining. I appreciate you taking the time to be here. All right, next up, guys, we've got a veteran content creator actually in The Beast, or just Beast. As you can see here, he goes not a beast, but that's, I'm assuming, playing on words for him. So bro, go ahead, man. Spotlight is yours. I'm gonna sit back and enjoy this.
All right, so I figured I'd go ahead and just read the about and tell you a little bit about the channel. So I'll read the description. So welcome to my channel. I've been doing this for years now. So I've been playing a few gacha games. and I play quite a bit of games, but the current game is Ninja Tribes. And just to clarify, I am a major whale. I wanted to cover quickly just the past games I have played, just so you get an idea. I do have a history of gacha games, so I think I can help create some helpful videos, but also I aim for entertainment when you can either watch me get shafted or get extremely lucky. The luck's been up and down lately, but I started on Dokkan, and then I ended up switching over to a game called Tokyo Ghoul Rebirth. Some of y'all may know what that is. It shut down in like 2019, and at that point I swapped on over to a game by the name of Seven Deadly Sins when it released on Global. After that, I moved on over to a game called Unlimited Ninja VN. Some of y'all may have also played that. It's a Naruto browser game where you can top up to get gold and spend it in places like Persian Merchant and everything. It's an interesting game, and back in December, I ran across Ninja Tribes, and I downloaded it and played it during the Rene Festival, and it's just been a ton of fun. So I want to show you my account because I am a whale and I have summoned quite a little bit, and I do have a little bit of a decent account, I would say, for the past 4 months I've played on it. But beforehand, I'm just going to go ahead and show the channel and just show you some content you can expect. So first of all, in the past 4 days, I have done 3 summon videos on the KCM Recruito Naruto, and I have not pulled him yet. The first one, I had my little bro do a collab video with me, so it's like a dual summon sort of thing. I did mine, he did his. He got extremely lucky. I pulled the Kushina in the first multi, but besides that, the luck was definitely not there anymore. I honestly think he stole my luck because he pulled. You just have to go see what he pulled. It was some insane pulling, though. You just have to go see it. The craziest multi I've ever seen ever. But
awesome.
Anyway, the rest of them are also interesting. I always try and go big on banners. I like to mention the pricing of the stones and everything just to make sure people understand the best value for when you are buying them. But I also do things like unit showcases. I like to go for stuff that other people don't usually do, and that's like stamina whaling. For when we had Rene Festival, I did that, and now I did it for the anniversary. And I just create a lot of content. I'm always trying to be entertaining. That's my main goal. Though definitely the most successful thing, for me at least, has been the summons on the main thing. So we'll get over to the account now because I just wanted to, show you the team, show you what the account is. This has been built from the ground up on the channel, so you can technically go back and watch it just grow up. 468k power, I do believe, is the highest for this team. Some of my subs, and I know some of you know this, but the LB2 Psy is extremely overpowered. And I've been nagged at for a couple months now by a couple different subs. I think it's like Alex with like AL3X or something in the Discord. He's in the Ninja Tribes Discord and my actual Discord for the channel. He's been telling me to get Psy LB2'd, and I finally did. So shout out to Alex. My Psy is LB2 now, so you get to see that in videos now. But this is what the account's looking like. I did pull for the Rikudo, like I said. I didn't get him yet. I still want to continue pulling, but at this point I've went quite a bit in, so I think I'm going to have to stop and just accept that I'm not going to get Rikudo, because Sasuno is probably coming up, but once again, that's non-confirmed. But that would be interesting to see a Sasuno Sasuke, I would say. But I do believe that's probably about it. Once again, shout out to Alex and all the people watching. Y'all are awesome. Shout out to Payneblade, because this is awesome. Definitely awesome seeing both the new people that are just starting on this, because I know I started 5, 6, 7 years ago doing YouTube, and it's awesome to see all the new people start up, whether it's young people or old people. No matter what, once you get started on it, it's a pretty entertaining thing. It is a roller coaster, but definitely something to continue doing. And yeah, I do believe that's that, though.
All right, so let's talk a little bit about this, B. So thank you again for taking the time to do this. Obviously, you are the most prolific of the bunch here. Been here the longest. I call you a veteran. I've been doing this only for 9 months myself. So you've got a lot more experience than I do in the YouTube world. So let's kind of talk about your experience a little. So talk about how important community is to a content creator. Talk a little bit about the struggles and the victories, and what your advice would be for somebody trying to grow a channel.
I would definitely say, especially if you're a Ninja Tribes YouTuber, aim more of a gacha channel approach. Like, make a main game and make a main genre, but don't aim for too broad of a gacha channel. But you don't want to lock yourself into one game, because doing so will mean that that's the only thing you can get views on. and it will just be a very nasty thing. It'll be difficult to get out of, and it's basically like restarting your channel, but with the same sub count when you have to switch a game,
Right.
when you're locking down into a certain genre. Like, I started on, well, random videos, of course, and then eventually I stumbled into Dokkan, and I ran Dokkan for 3 years or so, and then they finally, I remember playing a game back on QApp, and it was Tokyo Ghoul Re-Invoke before we had what was called Renewal, and Renewal was basically an entire reset of the game, and I do believe it happened during the first anniversary of Re-Invoke. Anyway, when I discovered that, I dropped one video over Tokyo Ghoul Rebirth and continued, you know, just doing random stuff, not really enjoying Dokkan anymore. It had been 3 years. It was getting really stale. And I finally switched over to Rebirth on the day it dropped on Global, and I ran that for 2 years.
Wow.
And the main thing that you'll run into is a shutdown, and that's why I'm mentioning make sure there's other gacha games, or at least a genre. Like for Naruto Blazing, for instance, like watching Shiny's thing, I completely understood. And I'm really glad to see that Tribes is treating him well as the other Naruto games. And I'm kind of hyped for the KCM Boruto and Shinobi Striker, personally. I have that, and I think I'll play that a little bit on the channel. But anyway, Rebirth shut down, and the whole community... I can still go to the Rebirth videos, especially the last one of the shutdown, because I went and sold every one of the characters I had on there, because I had every character in the game. The whole community wants the game, but they didn't make enough money.
Gotcha.
Tribe seems to do just fine on that, watching Sensor Tower, because I do want to watch and make sure, because it does suck when your favorite game goes down. Like Blazing, I played that for a little bit. It wasn't a channel game, but it still was really interesting to watch it shut down.
Yeah.
I think Tribes hopefully does better. We need a global release, but Tribes is definitely doing better than Blazing was, and I'm sure they have banked during this anniversary.
Absolutely. Considering the shafts we've been listening to and the amount of people are spending just to get KCM, they for sure made a lot of money on this one.
Oh, they made a lot of money off me. I went after KCM. I'm still thinking about going after KCM. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I want to wait for Sasuno, but man.
For sure. And like you said, it's unconfirmed, but it's always a possibility, right? And then like you said, you collaborate with your brother. I collaborate with Shiny and Rokage on my channel, and we had an insane video. So nothing like collaborations to bring out the community together and seeing some crazy things happen. So glad that you're doing it with the family. Now, your relationship with your brother, obviously, I'm assuming is a tight one because you're doing videos with him. Is he also a content creator, or is he just a player?
Oh, no, he's just a player. He was actually just down here the other week, and he happened to be here right when anniversary hit. So I was like, hey, you want to do a dual summon? And we did it. I've done a couple summons with him, but not that many. I did one way back on Dokkan, but it's been a couple years. I was just like, just for good old times, let's do a dual summon. Right. And it was a very nice video. I'll do more with him, I'd assume. I'd love to do summons with anyone, though. But
right.
It was fun. It was infuriating to watch his luck compared to mine. I thought mine was good pulling the Kushina on the first multi, and then when I seen his, I was just like, "Oh man."
Yeah. No, and I feel you because when I did my membership one with like 9 members on my Discord, and Dante Kendo, and everyone is aware of this insane pulling miracle that he had. He pulled 9 URs and 9 multis, 100%. And it was just the nuttiest thing anyone's ever seen. It was the biggest summoning video I did in terms of people, not in terms of content creators, obviously, but it was just the most miraculous thing. So he pretty much stole everyone's. I had one person who got no URs in 45K, and I had him get every UR, every single pull. So it just happens. Like, it's just luck of the draw, right? Gacha games. That's what makes it so addicting when you can or cannot get something. Like you said, the shafting and the luck is a big part of the draw. So as a big time content creator, last question I really have for you: if somebody is starting their channel, what is the kind of video you recommend to kind of draw people in? Would it be a summoning video? Because that's how I started mine. I started big with mine at 65K. I've done up to 147K, 160K just to get my channel to grow, because that's what appeals to people. But is that also your recommendation for gacha channels?
Summons is a good way because everyone wants to watch a summon, and it also creates a keyword, because the main thing you want to aim for is keywords people will actually find your channel for. Right. Because like just the general keyword in Ninja Tribes, it's going to be the bigger creators. Only the bigger ones are going to show up. Like if you search Ninja Tribes right now, I may by now, being 4 months into the game, show up now. Right. But back when I first started playing Tribes, I wasn't showing up. But whenever I do a summon and you type in Ninja Tribe summon, mine was the first to pop up, and it still is to this day, I'm pretty sure. At least one of the top results. Right. And that's how you get into the community. But the other option, and what I've done on multiple gacha games, is actually more guides. You do want to do guides of sorts. Like, here we go. For Dokkan, my main thing and my biggest thing actually on the channel is how to get Dragon Stones. And of course, for every game, there's going to be a main currency of some sort. But the main, like, I've done one for Tribes, and it's still hit a decent number of views.
Right.
Somewhere down here, I'm not going to sit here and scroll forever, but
Yeah, it's all good.
you want to do those type of videos because those draw large amounts of people. But on those videos, do link other videos you think they should watch, especially if you have some fire summons you think they'd enjoy of that game. But like I said, it's nice to have a couple gacha games caught. Just, you don't have to main them, but at least do one or two videos of other gacha games. Like
Right.
Dokkan, especially because it has a larger community. It can pull people in that are just here for gacha games, and then they'll see Tribes and be like, okay, I'll play that as well. That looks like another gacha game I want.
Absolutely. It's great advice. Great advice. So thank you so much for dropping that knowledge on a lot of the newer guys here, including myself, actually. So I appreciate your time, your effort, and we all appreciate your content, obviously. So guys, for Beast, he's obviously in my description as well. You can see he's a veteran in what he does. He obviously is very professional at what he does. So go ahead and jump onto his channel, give him a sub, give him some likes on his videos. He is doing content now for Tribes as his main game. So again, sir, thank you so much for being on here. I appreciate the time you put into this.
Yep.
All right, next up, guys, we have Suri, and we got two people left. So we got Suri and we got Dan the Man. So Suri, we're going to go ahead and jump into you. Let me actually jump into your channel real quick so I can show people what you're doing. And the floor is all yours. Go ahead.
Alright, so I've been a content creator for a little while, you know. I think it's been more than a year. I reached 1 year in November, and it's been a while. But first of all, I want to thank Payneblade for the opportunity. I think for all of us here, all the creators here, it's a big opportunity for us, and yeah, we'd like to thank you for that.
My pleasure.
And yeah, first off, I try to do some guides on my channel. Let me just go there.
Yeah, I think we're still on your channel. Yeah, we're good.
So I try to do some guides, as you can see, some events, character showcases, summons. I'm trying to get some more collabs in. I got one I'm working on right now for the next thing. You know, I try to expand my content. As you can see, just go to my videos real quick. There's a difference in. So I used to do some other content back in the day, you know, about a different game. And it was good, nice, right? But I want a little change, you know, different type of game. I still play it, of course, but you know, it kind of gets a little boring after a while. Making the thing kind of feels, you know, like a year. So
Right.
kind of want to change it up. I'll Tribes on the App Store. I downloaded Storm 4, right? And then I'm like, okay, there's something else. And then on the App Store, found out, and then starting 33.
Okay, you started off in 33?
Yep.
Okay, gotcha.
I was a little late though. When I came in, cause you know how it puts you like to the less crowded servers, right? I went to server 33 because I thought it would be better. I came in a little late, but I'm trying to climb the rankings, you know.
For sure. Sure. No, that's a smart thing to do. All people who want to start over, you want to start at a later server, so you have an opportunity to be first, second, third. Go into an OG server, you're just shooting yourself in the foot. You'll have no chance at all to get anywhere with it.
Yeah.
So talk to us a little bit about your channel. So what have you been up to? Like, you just started recently creating content, right? For Tribes?
Oh yeah, I think it's been a few weeks.
Okay. And what's your main focus on your content right now?
It's not really, you know, gameplay, like updates and all that. Guides, of course. Of course, but you know, I'm not that big of a whale. I'm like a dolphin, you know, so I don't go all out. I like talking to my viewers on Discord, of course.
Okay.
It's right there.
And you've got your own Discord, I'm assuming? That's what that is?
Oh yeah.
Okay, gotcha. If you and that's going to be on your channel. So guys, if you want to join his Discord, jump onto his channel, give him a sub, give him a like, obviously, and you can join his Discord there.
So I'm trying to, you know, first off, I want to thank Amaran, you know, he the one that made my logo. It looks really nice.
Yeah,
and
shout out to Amaran for doing my logos as well. So he's a king for that. Thank you.
yeah, and also some of my thumbnails as well. He made this one, which looks really nice. And yeah, I tried making my own intro. That was something.
It looked good, though. It did look good. I know you showed it to me today, and you got the stamp of approval on that. So great job on that.
Thanks. So yeah, as you can see, I go over the same stuff. Try to expand. I'm trying out with more collabs with some other YouTubers. And I think it's going well so far. I'm preparing something for the next thing. I got this new. So I try to upload at least like 4 times a week.
Right. Okay, awesome. And then do you have anything coming up on your channel? Anything new that people should know about?
Except from the collabs I want to do, some summons, of course, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Go over some guides, but that's only if I, know something about it. I don't want to give loose information which I don't even know.
Right.
I'm the kind of guy.
Okay. Awesome. Okay, and what? Sorry, you're on. You only have server 33. Do you have another server as well, or is it just server 33?
I have some other alt accounts, but that's only for summon videos. If I pull something.
Gotcha. Okay. Perfect. All right. No, thank you so much for sharing. Do you have anything else you want to talk about? Do you want to talk about any of your videos, or are you good for your part?
I don't know. So I guess this video just came out recently. I think it was yesterday.
Okay.
It covers the anniversary. The tweet that they posted, Ninja Arena Challenge. Different opinions going on about that.
Yeah, that was a big one. There was a lot of opinions going around about that one. So yeah, thank you for sharing your opinion on it. Obviously, it's good to always see different sides of things, right? So
yeah, I'm kind of 50-50.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Siri, for sharing, guys. So again, jump onto the description, guys. You can jump onto his channel, give him a like, give him a sub. Last up, guys, we have Dan the Man, and then stick around if you have any questions for any of the content creators. Try your best not to ask me only questions. I do enough live events for you guys. You guys know enough about me already. So Dan, I'm going to go ahead and jump into yours real quick and see if you can share your screen and talk at the same time.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Can you guys see my screen, or can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you perfectly.
All right. So basically, my name is Daniel. I'm a Turtles fanboy. I've been playing Tribes ever since it pretty much came out. Basically, I might try to make this short. So basically, I'm a free-to-play player. My main server is server 10, but I do have a server 30 account, which I do plan on making content eventually on.
Okay.
Especially for the ATB, since I have my own alliance on that server.
What are you doing?
I'm more like a casual player, honestly. But on my server 30 account, I'm kind of a bit more hardcore, but I'm not like a dolphin or anything like that. So I do play other games on my channel, such as Dokkan and Legends. I think it's good to have variety on your channel. Have different variety of games and stuff like that.
For sure. Yeah, and that's what Beast also said too. So that's great advice for anyone starting content.
Yeah, because you could get burned out on a certain game and stuff like that, and I want to make content. So I think it's like a good balance. I'm gonna try to push out more Tribes content because the anniversary's here and stuff of that nature.
Okay. And is that
right now I'm doing?
Sorry, go ahead. Yeah, I was gonna ask you what you're doing now. So.
Oh yeah, I'm just burning off my crap ton of Ryo, honestly.
So your channel, Dan. So talk a little bit about what you got going on for Tribes. So how many videos have you done? What's your most famous video, or what are you most proud of? And what do you have coming up for the viewers who want to join and sub?
All right. So basically, I started my channel about 6 months ago. Basically, my main inspirations for starting a YouTube channel were definitely you, Shiny,
thank you,
and Rokage.
Thank you very much for putting me in that legendary group. I appreciate it.
All right, yeah. So basically, mainly been doing showcases and summonings on Tribes. Honestly, I haven't been able to do as much summoning videos because I am free to play. So I don't have as many resources as whales and dolphins.
Right.
Yeah, and I'm trying to balance school and YouTube channel, so I'm trying to healthy balance.
Yep, for sure, and that's an important one too. So it doesn't have to be every day, but as long as what you put out is quality over quantity, that's what kind of matters at the end, right? So.
Yeah, my most popular Tribes video is actually a summoning on the Data Sublime banner that came out a couple of months ago.
Right.
I don't know why that video was pretty popular. I think it's the quality isn't that good on that video. I used to make blazing videos as well. You know, tribes and blazing were initially the focus of my channel,
Okay.
but blazing, you know, died and stuff like that. So I just like started playing legends and Dokkan on my channel.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I think I don't think I have the link to your channel, so if you can just shoot me that in a DM later, I'll put it into the description as well, so people can actually go check out your channel and see what you're all about.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So in terms of your channel, is there, if people were gonna go sub, is there a video you want them to go watch first over anything else, like your newest one, or is there something in the archive that you're proud of that you kind of want them to kind of check out?
I don't really know, honestly.
Okay.
I mean, I guess I do plan on updating my welcome to my channel video, so I mean, maybe that should be the first video they watch.
Gotcha.
But right now, I don't really know, honestly, what video they should watch.
No problem. Again, Limelight is all yours. So if that's good for you, if you want to, you said you want to keep it short. So are you good with that?
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah, I think I'm good with this.
Okay.
Oh no, wait. I also have a series on my channel.
Okay.
It's called Underrated AF. It's basically when I look at underrated characters in all the games I play, not just Tribes, Dokkan, and Legends as well.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, that's basically what I wanted to talk about.
All right. Perfect. Thank you so much for being here. I know it was last minute for you, so thanks for still jumping on and doing this with us. So guys, again, Daniel's is not on the description. I will be adding it shortly once he DMs me. You guys can go in there. Again, if you're interested, give him a sub, give him some like on his videos, check him out. He'll be putting out some more content for Tribes. That brings us to the end, guys, of the actual content creator convention for the people who are here. For those who have any questions for the content creators, now's your time to ask. So please, at the person you want to ask, we can go. I'll read out the question and they can go ahead and answer it. So anybody have any questions? So real quick before we jump to that, for those who are still asking me for an Oniki showcase, the person who paid 30, it was Isaac, one of my members, who paid $30 to get an Oniki showcase, actually DM me and I have proof that I don't have to do it, so you can suck it. And that's all to my members of my Discord, obviously, so I love you guys. But yeah, now guys is the time. Feel free to ask any of these guys any questions you have. Keep it appropriate, obviously, and you can ask them about themselves, their channel, anything personal. If they are willing to sub, please do that. And again, guys, go in there, give these guys a sub. You're supporting content creators, you're supporting people who are putting their time and effort to make content for you, to make this game more enjoyable. As we said, the community comes first in this, and I want to make sure this is all about them, nothing about me. So again, anybody have questions, feel free to ask. If not, we'll call it a day and we'll say thank you so much. All right, now's your time. Oh, there you go. So Minato will do an Oniki showcase. Isaac betrayed. I'll do an Oniki showcase. I'm just kidding. I will eventually get to it. All right, guys. So anything for Beast, anything for Classy, anything for Chloe, Minato, Suri, Dan. My question is, why Payne's bullying me for being an OG? Oh boy. Ask me questions. Yeah, and honestly, guys, feel free to ask anybody. Like, if and content creators, if you're in the chat, they might not be asking you questions because they don't know how to ask you questions. So maybe just type in something. Okay, so Chloe, Animated Fire asked you, when's your next video?
Okay, so my next video, I am going to hopefully have that. So be looking out for that. It's just going to be a summon video over my free ×10 daily summons that we got from Anniversary. And then it's also going to be a summon collab with my friend James from Server 4 and also from Evil Kages.
Perfect. Thank you. So Animated Fire is actually proposing that every YouTuber on here type out what video you want to do next so he can go figure out which video he's going to watch next. So feel free to do that. So Suri, I think there's a question. What's your collab that you're talking about? So you said you're going to be doing a collab. Do you want to share who that person is, the collab is with, and what it might be about?
Yeah. So me and Chloe.
Okay.
I think we're gonna do a summon thing on the next banner. Hopefully, because we have like 1 hour time zone thing, so I think we'll get it right. But yeah, that's what it is.
Awesome. So two people in this channel going to be doing a collab. So there you guys have it. So Suri's going to be doing a collab with Chloe. It'll be a summon video. Hope everybody heard that. So everybody, is there anything that would deter you from tribes since you guys are the pillar of the community? That's a very good question, Fizzy. So for everybody that's on here, is there anything that you would want to share to anybody who's watching you or anyone who's looking to join the tribes community? What would deter them from starting tribes? Like, what's the biggest issue about tribes right now? Anybody want to share that?
I feel like, I don't know. Was Siri gonna say something? No?
I know.
Oh, okay. So I don't know. I feel like personally the biggest issue in tribes is the lack of new content coming out. That's really the main issue, I feel like. We do have anniversary, but once anniversary is over, I'm a little worried about content. You know, if we're gonna be getting more of it. So yeah, that's pretty much all I can think of.
Okay. Yeah, another big one obviously is the summon rates, right? A lot of people quit because they say for months, and then there's no pity banner or there's no increase in UR or pull X amount of UR or summons, and you'll get that. So that's one of the things that I think a lot of people will complain about and will quit the game over. Obviously, as you can see, KCM is making a lot of people quit. Yeah, so I mean, another good question here from Red Fox is what kind of content would everybody like? So everybody talks about adding brand new content. Do you guys want to share what you guys as content creators would love to cover if it did exist in tribes? So thank you, Red Fox. That's a very good question. So anybody want to go? Anybody had any big ideas that want to talk about something that you may want to cover on your channel if it did come out?
Probably like real-time PvP,
Real-time
like,
PvP. Okay, that's a big one.
Yeah.
Yep. No, Chloe, you're doing great. Classy, you've done this forever. Anything you think about here that you may want to eventually see that you want to cover?
I can't expect much from Bandai anymore. Just give me a glossary.
Yeah.
Give me a glossary, right? Easy.
Yeah,
easy.
Exactly. Glossary would be the easiest thing. I think just adding like simple quality of life things would make the game even better than what we have right now. And I'm gonna chime in here for a couple seconds here, just while I can. A lot of people want new content, and it's crazy hearing this because that kind of overview should come from OG players. Like a lot of OG players are just kind of tired of beating, for example, B40 or on B38, whatever the case may be on Abyss, or having M2 there. And I'm hearing a lot of brand new players saying that too. So that's a little scary when you hear brand new players who have just started say they want new content, and I'm like, you're only on floor 24. So it just shows the monotonous content that's currently out, right? So tribes does need to definitely switch it up, because if your newer players are having problems sticking around, your old players are bound to leave eventually. So not to say that this is a bad game in any way, shape, or form. The game is doing really well for itself, but it does need to pick up the slack a little bit. And I mean, we are only a year in, but we were saying that at 9 months, saying give it a year and see how it goes, and we're in a year now and not much has changed. So hopefully something brand new comes out eventually. Yeah, letting us convert our dupes into bentos for freaking amazing, saying that would be kind of cool. Like anything in terms of that. All right, guys, great question there. So here's a question from ASD Home. When the game you main, so whatever game you're maining, so the Series Tribes, doesn't put out content and you get blocked in content, how do you overcome it? It's a very good question. It's a very, very good question. So guys, anybody want to talk about that? So like I do videos every day for tribes. I've missed maybe 2 days max, but that's a very, very good question. It's a good one to ask. So let's go with that. Anybody here want to talk about that? When the game has no content, as a content creator, what do you do?
For me personally, I just try to focus on another game for a bit until something new comes out. That's what I do personally.
Okay. So you just wait.
Yeah.
You're into the waiting.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna wait.
Okay. Sorry, someone else is gonna say something as well.
For me, I have a Google Doc, right? There's nothing going on, right? I look at it. It's called content ideas, and then there's a guide or something. So I can work on that. That's what I do if there's nothing coming out.
And do any of you make videos about the lack of content? Because I mean, that's a big one for a lot of content creators, right? If you like, if you're dissatisfied with something, do you guys not feel like you should voice your opinions on it? Like, do you not think that would kind of help people, either voice your opinions in a negative or a positive manner? It doesn't matter which approach you take. Like for me personally, like when there's no content coming out, I've been voicing my opinion, but I've also been telling people, stop quitting over not getting a character. Stop quitting over the lack of content, because the trend I'm finding with a lot of players is they eventually come back, because there's no other Naruto games out there that are worth playing, right? And when they come back, it's 3 months down the line, and Tribes is not forgiving on that. Like if you miss 3 months of gameplay, you're behind quite a bit. And I always tell people, it's a 5-minute game. Log in, get your stuff, log out, and just do the important things that matter instead of quitting completely, coming back and being discouraged that you're so far behind. So do any of you guys ever talk about that at all?
I kind of recorded a video for it, but like it's a long one, so I need to edit that. So
right, okay. Anyone else want to share theirs?
Well, we talk about it during the podcast, so that's always a lot of content.
Yeah, and there's rants on that one too. So.
Oh yeah, it's pretty entertaining.
Right. All right, so can I'm gonna ask a question here to everybody here, and anybody can answer. Feel free to ask. What is the most challenging thing for you as a content creator? Let's forget about the game. When you get behind the mic or behind a camera, what is the most intimidating thing for you? Is it what people will think of you? Is it what you say next? What do you say at all? Are you worried about stumbling? Do you not care about that? Do you want bloopers? How much editing do you guys do? Like, what's the most I guess, the thing you fear most about being a content creator, and what's the thing you love most about being a content creator? Anybody feel free to answer that question.
of the community, for content creating. The big part, seeing how it helps them, seeing how they progress through it, and it feels good to know that you help someone in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's a big one. That's a huge one. So I'm glad that's I think a very good thing to bring up is how much content creators have impacted people's mindset of playing the game or even doing better in the game. So yes, that's a very, very good point.
I think just getting a video out every single day can be interesting for this game. It's mainly because of the content lack. It really is. I wouldn't say it's a lack of content. I'd say it's a lack of new or changing content. It's always the same thing. It is new ATBs. It's new flashback genealogies. Right. But it's the same exact event.
Exactly.
I think if they were just to go and take a look at some of the things that were successful in Blazing and just copy off that, like free-to-play farms, for instance, that would actually be a very easy thing, I would think, for to add, as well as just event story could be a nice thing. Just other things where we can challenge our units in it would make the game a ton better and a lot more content to do. Like Ninja Road from Blazing, I'd love to see in this game. I think Ninja Road would be perfect for how the gameplay of this is.
Agreed. That is and it's crazy because that's something that Tower of Eternity is trying to mimic, but just doesn't do a really good job of it at all.
No, not at all.
Right. No, that's a really good point, and you're absolutely right. As somebody who does cover Tribes as a main creator for the game, getting content out nowadays has been not that it's been hard, but it's almost like what have I not covered yet, right? After 400 videos, what have I not done? So I totally agree with you in the content aspect. The lack of content makes it hard. Banners can only push the game so far until it just becomes the same thing over and over again.
It's interesting because Rene Festival, we had the Rene Naruto, and we had challenges and everything where you can get the mission reward character just out of there. And a lot of games have free-to-plays that are like that. And I think if they just released more free-to-plays alongside hype banners, it would add just a ton of content. Because that also adds, we can do videos over these free-to-plays who are OP. Like Rene Festival Naruto, he got a couple videos.
Right.
Because he's a really OP unit.
That's right.
And I think it's fine to have OP free-to-plays. Because even Blazing had some insane free-to-plays. I remember the best times on Blazing was a full free-to-play team and taking it in there.
Yeah, no, for sure. And then I think Tribes can learn a lot from Blazing, from the good and the bad, right? Like, You know, when I had Shiny on my big collab with the community, the first thing he said was, "Don't be greedy to tribes," and that's something that I think goes a long way for gacha games. As developers need to remember that your audience and your you know, your money is one thing, but keeping your player base happy is part of that, right? You make money when your players are happy. So totally agree with
I think
that.
a step up would help a lot.
Absolutely.
At least a guaranteed to get the unit within a set amount, just so people aren't going in 100k Shinobi coins a banner and not getting it. Because at that point, that'll make anyone quit. That doesn't create a constant revenue for them. That's a whale who had to quit because he spent too much.
Right.
So it's like, definitely add the step ups. That would make it'd make videos so much easier to do, and so much less of a how many Shinobi coins am I have to go in just to get this unit. And then especially when you don't get the unit, even still, it's really step ups are a needed thing for sure.
Absolutely, and it's funny. I've been talking to a couple of people who are whales like myself and you, and nowadays whales are nervous to go into something. It's not even excitement anymore. It's like I'm freaking nervous. Like if I don't pull this, how much money am I gonna have to put down to get this character? So it's scary when you go into a casino and don't have a guarantee, right?
Yes, that's exactly what this game feels like. And other games find like Seven Deadly Sins Global on launch, I don't think had step ups or anything. I think it had a step up, but it was just a UR guarantee. It wasn't a guaranteed unit.
Right.
They now have step ups where they're guaranteed to get the unit within a set number. It's still a pretty high number, and you're gonna 100% have to whale for the unit, but it still protects the whales in the sense of I think it's like a max of 900 gems to get whatever the guaranteed unit is.
Right.
And that would be a lot better, and especially Shinobi coins. Even if it was 30, 40k guaranteed to get the unit, at least there's a cap, and it's not, you could literally run it up forever.
Yeah.
The main thing is you can self-control and just not do it, but it's just still really garbage if you put your money into it and you don't get the unit you want out of it.
Totally, and it's crazy because like Karma just mentioned, 7DS has a really good pity system. I think personally, like Epic 7 has even a better pity system. Genshin Impact has even a better than them. So there are games out there who are massive. Like we're talking about Genshin Impact, who made almost a couple $1 billion last year in their first year out, and their system is 140 pulls, you get a character 100%. So yeah, step up is huge. A lot of people always do mention the fact that Dokkan never had a step up when they first started, and it's a Bandai game, so we may see one eventually, right?
I would definitely assume, well, I'd say more step-ups, because technically we do get step-ups. It's just like the anniversary unit, the New Year's unit.
Mm-hmm.
They would just have to release normal festivals, but with that style.
Right.
And after a certain point, they usually do that. It's just, I don't know, because the game's not global yet. I think that's probably what they're waiting on for that.
Right. No, absolutely, and those are very, very good points. So thank you for sharing that. Somebody here had a question. Definitely everyone's favorite character. So I think Arthur and Fizzy both asked. I'm assuming everyone's character. Sorry, Zach Arthur asked. Everyone's favorite character in Naruto. I'm assuming, not the game. So anybody want to share their favorite character? We know Minato's was actually Shisui. Does anyone else want to talk about their favorite character and why?
So originally, before Boruto, it was 100% Jiraiya, and there's a certain episode that just, let's not mention that episode, because, man, Jiraiya was great. But now, honestly, in Boruto, though, Boruto himself is actually a very interesting character in my eyes.
Yes.
Because it's just cool to see Naruto's son, and he's also different from Naruto.
Yep.
It's just weird to see.
Yep, agreed. That's actually Jiraiya is my favorite with Kakashi, so I totally know what episode you're talking about, and there's so much love. And what the one thing I love about the anime, and I'm gonna bring this up real quick about Boruto, is when they did flashback when Boruto went back in time with Sasuke to see young Naruto and Jiraiya, bro, man, those episodes just like they tore at me knowing that my man's dead, you know. So like definitely Jiraiya, and Boruto's definitely a unique character. So I'm really happy that anime and manga is getting so much better and bringing so much to the table to the Naruto universe. So definitely really good characters. Minato's was Shisui, yeah, believe it or not. All right, so that's awesome. Thank you for sharing that as well too. B, someone did have a question for you this specifically. They're asking, are you going back to Dokkan since there's a brand new Broly out now?
Is that Broly on global yet? Because I might play, if it's a global, I think it's anniversary. I think it's the Broly's the anniversary unit. I don't think global has their anniversary. So I might play anniversary just for the Broly, just 1 or 2 videos. But besides that, no, not really.
Okay.
But I do summon on the Broly, because I do like summoning on every anniversary, and I might as well check into Dokkan and see what it's doing then.
Gotcha.
I believe Broly is actually on global right now.
Yeah, then no, not right now. We have anniversary on Tribes.
Mm.
Okay, perfect. Thank you for answering that. Yeah, don't worry, guys. I don't think anyone's spoiling anything about Boruto. I haven't even read the newest episode, to be honest with you, so I don't want anyone spoiling that. All right, anybody else with any questions? I'm going to give it another 3 or 4 minutes, guys, and we're going to go ahead and call this one. And I just want to thank everybody again for joining this. I know it is not a typical live feed from me, but I wanted to do this for the community and the content creators out there who are putting their time and effort. And I appreciate you guys for jumping on and doing the exact same for them. Again, please, Crack Plug, Payne, can you tell Beast that I will have a spot for him in OBT soon? So Beast, that's from server 27, Crack Plug. So I don't know if that's a spot for you in OBT. OBT is an alliance, maybe.
Yep, it's
Okay.
like one of the higher alliances.
Perfect.
Akatsuki was the higher alliance, and then it fell because everyone left it. So
Gotcha.
I've been after an alliance for a sec.
Okay, well there you go. So Crack Plug S27, feel free to reach out, and you guys can definitely go to that. Rest in peace, Neji. Yes, it's been a long time. Let the ghost stay buried. What else we got here? Waiting for Baron Mode, Naruto, and Tribes. It'll be a while for that one. All right, guys. So again, thank you so much for jumping on and supporting these guys. I really do, guys. Hope you jump onto the description page, click on each of their profiles, go in there, give them a sub, show them some love. You know, some of them are just starting. Some people like Beast have been around for a while. Some people like Classy have been all over the Tribes community and has made an impact in every single fashion. And I hope he makes an impact in the YouTube world. As for me, most of you guys are already subs. So thank you for obviously attending. Thank you for my members for jumping on and supporting. Much love. Have a wonderful night, everybody. Again, go in there, show these guys some love, give them some subs, and throw some likes and views on their page. Again, guys, this is Payne. To the content creators, thank you so much for joining me tonight. I really appreciate it. This has been one of my favorite videos, even though it's not a typical one. So again, I appreciate you guys very much for doing this. All right, everybody. Have a wonderful night. Take care.